Yeah, so something has been written on paper, and we would like to read it out loud. So here we go. It is a whole text, so put your presence to it if you want to. Sink into the words that will be vibrated to you and feel whatever comes. Let it flow. The only thing I fear is holding myself from freedom by living for others' fulfillments. Until this day, it is still happening. For some reason, another being's life is set above mine because somebody chose to give something to me without me asking for it. Gives me the urge to give back whether I like it or not. I start to perform, acting in a term of pleasing others through a personality that entertains the watchers. Acting in reality only results in becoming somebody else, their slave. Or am I my own slave? It scares me to see how often people lose the ability to play their own game. Getting lost in a free for all is truly disturbing once we are forced to play for others. A favor for a favor is to me labor for labor. Like sometimes we ask for help, and having the chance to get help is a matter of gratitude. But when forced help is laid in my hands, what is my gesture in return? I struggle a lot with the fact of acting for people that gave me an opportunity to learn, even though I never wanted to learn. Learning in a system which is asking for money to get a degree. The way I have been persuaded into a system as a child, not knowing any different, and not having the courage to be different, as I didn't want to disappoint people with the great performance of learning and rewards. Because growing up, it was all about learning and getting a reward, performing, acting outside of the body. My whole life, I have been a slave to others, a slave to myself, being an actor that is trying to entertain people, please people, fulfill people. And I never was able to say, I just want to be free. Being free of the pressure from other people expecting me to perform how they and everybody else did. But we are all different. I just want to be free, being free of the structure from holding on to time and age. Can I breathe? Can I feel? Can I be? My life should be lived for me and nobody, even if they help, give, and sacrifice. I don't have to enslave myself to their applications, as I am forever free to choose. But I am scared because I am kind, because I love and care. And if I don't return the favor, my labor is weak. And so to speak, I am weak, keeping myself small, and I disappoint myself with a sabotaging mind that convinces me that I disappoint the other, which may be true, but hurting my heart, giving it a hard time, is not healthy and can result in the most unhealthy and disturbing effect of being. My fear is still here, and I give myself the love to be confident and hopefully be free. through choosing me. That is something that has been written through the conscious mind of self. Sometimes we have to express. We just have to express with confidence, even though if it are shadows, we don't have to confront these shadows, but we can embrace these shadows and willingly transcend above them as we rise and practice to not slip back into that hole where we can lose ourselves. By losing ourselves, we choosing others above ourselves. We are the essence, and we are this vibrant light that has to keep producing this light, this life, this living life, by taking care of it, by nurturing it, by acting up on it for self. And we are all able to do that. We are all individual beings seeking for community. And as soon as we find a community that is not vibrating on that level of uplifting, of rising and raising consciousness frequencies, then we will fall back into those holes, those leakages to not contain this bright feeling of joy, of love, of freedom. And in fact, if we are surrounded with the right energies, with the right beings, we can be so powerful. We will be so strong as we intertwine our energies, as we intertwine our consciousness, and as we intertwine our love, because it is about love. It is about universal love, about living on valued energy. We are individual beings, but we are also social beings, having the ability to express through words. And that is something powerful we can use to gain awareness and to reflect awareness, with a message to speak, with a philosophy to breathe without force, without thinking about performance and pleasuring others, but just by being and transcending this freedom of speech, of expression, because this is an evolution. We are in it together, and we can make it better as we unite. Unite with the own self, unite with the own universe, and see that every other universe is just a part of that game. Like what have been said, we are put on earth to play this game, and it is a free for all. It is a free for all where we have the controls to touch buttons to gain new abilities by combining certain buttons, to get to certain checkpoints, and also able to reset and do it over, because we have the chance to do it over. Some might say we die, and some will say, like, some might say we die once, and others will say we die every day. One point to make is that one never dies at all. Speaking in the terms of spirit, the vessel might go into the ground, but the spirit will forever live. So reset and play with fun and joy, like this game is infinite. There are multiple missions you can choose. There are multiple players you can choose to interact with, but you will always be the main character. And choosing to be that main character can be difficult. It can be very difficult because of all those distractions, because all those energies misleading us, grabbing us, holding on to us in a way the mind cannot comprehend. The mind will not always understand, and therefore we have to center, we have to be able to sit in silence and listen to this nothingness, to this emptiness, and feel that there is so much going on rising within. To come back and realize to choose self, because choosing for somebody else is not wrong, but choosing self for somebody else is the way you can move and evolve and liberate. It is interesting. It is interesting how one can grow, how one can change directions into philosophy, how one can manipulate self through convincing certain beliefs, certain truths. It is interesting to manifest and to speak affirmations, to elevate this universal consciousness by reality, by the only reality within, and put it into this external realm where others can enjoy that light, that love, that freedom of you being truly you without force. So, this cycle is repeating itself over and over with different knowledge to gain, with different consciousness to gain, once you are willing and once you are open to embrace the fact that we are constantly in touch with energy from elders and children, as well as from the elders from our elders and their elders, who are the ancestors, as we once also will become an ancestor. But as of now, we are a disciple, speaking the truth of what we truly are, which is centered, which is the source, which is this universal love. We will never try to convict something or somebody else. We will just speak those affirmations and culture into the universe as we are free to do that. We will never worship something else outside of us as we are the one to worship self. We are a disciple of every other being that is reflecting love, that is choosing thyself by walking the path in all these directions without force, but with free will. And spiraling back to the story I was reading, like everything is combined with each other, and fear will not be gone. Fear doesn't have to be suppressed. It will and can always be there. Know that you overcome these obstacles once it looks like something that holds you back. Because the only thing that holds you back is your ego, which is the mind of the concept of these low energies, low level vibrations, this low awareness that is playing, that is willing to make war with self. So all these lower attractors are there, but they don't play a part anymore of your higher consciousness, once choosing the true you, once acting up on these promises you make to yourself, and never punish self once it slips through that hole, because that is normal, and we are here to learn and evolve and learn and evolve and learn and evolve with joy, with love. So walk your journey by choosing you. Move through that process. Sit down and relax. De stress. Surrender. Hold and release. And grow. Grow as you are one, as we are one. Find the right, find the right environment and surround yourself with those who love, who purely love. And you will see with all the eyes you have as a human that you are the most powerful, the most high, the most vibrant, because you are choosing you. And therefore are able to heal others as a reflection. Purely as a free flow, just like a breath.